Following the elation of the never-to-be-forgotten win at Maidstone, Angels are brought back down to earth with home defeats by Chelmsford
the Angels have shown no fear
and Hornchurch.
The right-hand side is a chance. Rate with the ball into the area. Oh, Dobbs missed his clearance. It's gone in. Henry Hearn has given the league leaders Hornchurch the lead.
The Hornchurch game sees the debut of new signing ex-Millwall man Tom Leahy.
Tom Lee became available, someone that I'd watched for Millwall 21s previously, their top goal scorer, and he had that bit of DNA I was looking for, forward thinking, forward running, both feet can finish, quick.
The two defeats have put some pressure on Alan Dunn's side to get something from a midweek trip to Bath City. They need to show the type of character Dunn displayed during his own career.
One of my first long away trips here with Tunbridge, and the players had to get time off work for that game, which was new to me. So we left early in the morning. We knew it'd be a long trip. Hotel and had food. It was important that we sort of break up the journey. All non-league ground, real sort of history there, and it's bucketing down rain, and it didn't stop for the whole game. So I had that in my head about my selection. I knew I'm going to need. They're a physical side, Bath. They always have been a big side. So we had to be really careful with what team we pick out on that day, because we knew it would be a physical game. It'd be a boggy pitch. It'd be a real non-league wintry day, and you go and play at Bath away. I don't expect you to wear anything but a pair of studs, because it's that sort of game. You're going to need to be prepared to take a few, maybe broken noses, a few stitches. Raising the council estate, signing for Millwall at the age of 10, planning for Millwall, you were sort of built into you. So I had my youth team and likes of Tom Wally and Billy Bonds when I was training with the first team. Well, it was built into you at that point. You was made to be resilient, and you was made to sort of fight every day. Them players are the players you're going to need on them winter nights when you go to Bath away and horrible places to go. And that part of the sort of character that I look for in my teams, whether it's winter or the summer football. That was part of my thinking in the game, and we sort of changed shape for that game, come off the back of 2 losses, went 4-3-3 and tried to be solid, and I think it worked because we took them on a break.
In heavy rainfall, a small band of Angels fans see their side take the lead through an excellent strike from Bunmi Babajide.
Plays him into a little bit of trouble, and Ross is dispossessed by Sablia. Now Babajide on the left-hand side has a go right foot. It's a really good effort, and it's in off the post from Babajide, and that has come from City.
Though City equalised before half-time, Angels hold on for a hard-fought point.
Absolutely soaked. Delighted with the point. It's horrible. By the time the game kicks off, you're already soaked. Your boots are soaked. Your gloves are soaked. You're sapping wet. I know these are games I love playing in. As a player, these are a bit of me. Studs on. I said, look, get your studs on, lads. It's going to be a roll your sleeves up. But I thought my boys stood up to it tonight. I really, really did. I'm really proud of them. I thought the shape was excellent. I thought we had chances. I thought we had a little bit of a change at half-time. The keeper going off injured. Fair play to Jacob coming on. But I thought I see some real performances out there tonight. And we're coming into this winter time of football now, so I wanted to the boys to sort of show me that the winter football, that they can handle it, and I don't think you're going to get a more physical game than tonight. So pleased with the point. We're taking something back. It's been a good day's work, and proud of the boys tonight, because I really felt like they gave me their all, every single one of them.
The following Saturday, Angels are well beaten in the FA Trophy by an excellent Worthing side.
And Amole gives it straight to Martin Sarondo. Ball in there to the path of Frimpong, who makes it 2-0 to Worthing.
Yeah, Hinch hadn't been in there long, and we didn't get it right on the day tactically, and we were too good for us on the day, dominated the ball in there. And at that point, I knew I had to make some changes in the team. I knew that we were further away than I thought we were, and it was a good game to sort of see really where, by that point, where my weaknesses were in my team and what I needed to do to bring in and strengthen. So that game, again, even though we lost, we took some real learning from that against a real top team who on a day just outplayed us.
The following week brings some squad changes. Eddie Simon, the goal-scoring dentist and Angels' top scorer, leaves the club for personal reasons.
Simon, goalkeeper having to backpedal. Lovely shot from Simon. Oh, what a goal! What a way to open the temperature down.
Yeah, Eddie decided that he just had a baby and that it would be right for him. He was travelling in after work 2 hours and 2 hours back. It wasn't fair on him or his family, and respectively he came to me and said to me that it's very difficult. He wanted to be closer to home with the baby, and I fully respected that, so supported him. We need to bring someone in.
Alan Dunn then brings in goalkeeper Laurie Sharla, defender Ethan Sutcliffe and midfielder Franklin Domi. The following Saturday brings another wet West Country excursion as Angels travel to bottom-placed Chippenham Town.
Important game, we didn't want to lose it. We went there and again it was scrappy. I brought Frankie Domi in, who wasn't fit, and I brought Ethan in, I think it was his first game, wasn't quite fit. But no excuses, we missed a penalty, missed one at the end on the line.
We should have got criticism. We did get criticism. Wasn't good enough on the day. We got to stand up and be men and take it on the chin. And of course, the fans are allowed to voice their opinions. By all means, we don't take it personally. It just gives us more determination and drive to make sure that we can try and make up for that the following week.
Disappointed. Fans had a right to have you would do, and I was disappointed because I didn't see it coming. But again, there is no easy game in this league.
I think the fans can see that the team's getting stronger, team's fighting for everything, there's quality there, we've got different types of options in the team, we're always in the game, there's only one game we've been beaten by more than one goal. So we just need to be a little bit cuter, a little bit more streetwise, and we'll be all right. We'll have a good season, and we can kick on next season as well.
There is no time to dwell on this defeat, and Tuesday brings a trip to another struggling side, Hampton and Richmond Borough. An early Brodie Peart strike settles the nerves, and Angels produce one of their best performances of the season to win 3-0.
Going into Hampton, again, both teams are fighting down there. They'd been on a decent run, but I thought we started magnificent on the night. I thought the response I wanted, but got with the early goal on the front foot, and then in the end we grew in confidence in that game and we finished it quite comfortably.
But the poor home form continues on the Saturday when, despite an early Tom Leahy goal, Angels outfought by a savvy Hemel Hempstead Town side.
So Hemel game it taught me again, and it was another game that I thought we got beat up on the night. It was the first time I thought that they were men against. It looked like men against boys. They were so much more streetwise than us, and again, big aggressive side. And I looked at my team and I thought that we've been beat up here. The dark arts. I really knew that night that this league is a lot of that in there.
We're done 2 months into the job. The Hemel game was a time for reflection on what he has observed so far.
From the top to the bottom, what I've learned is, look, the condition and fitness plays a part in it. Tactical side of it, minimal. I haven't seen a lot in between top and bottom. And I'd say, look, there's 3 or 4 teams that are top teams that they have the difference. I think it's marginal, the difference, regardless of budget, it is marginal. Experience is a big part of the league, but the biggest thing I've noticed at this level is deceiving at this level is a big part of winning football games. And it's the difference, it can be the difference, and that's where we've come short. I think deceiving in this league is a big part of it. If you can deceive, and that comes with age, experience, but that could get you 20, 25 points a season. And I've noticed that at this level, because the officiating ain't up to the level, and the standard of player coming down up from the league below is coming down, and they're getting better. The league is getting better, and no disrespect, but the officiating hasn't kept up with that, and I don't think they'd be afraid to admit that. It's part of the game, and I think it needs to. I don't want my teams to do it. I want my teams to win fair. I think it's dated. I think it is dated, but it's used, and everyone's always looking to sort of find a way of winning games of football. And I just think the player and the experience coming down into this level know the loophole, know the weaknesses. And from what I've seen in the level since I've been here, is we haven't got that. And had we had that, I think we'd be better.
The first week of December brings an away trip to Torquay United, arguably the strongest squad in the National South and one of the favourites to win the title.
Well, you're going into Torquay away, thinking this again. You know the difficulty you're coming up against. Torquay are outstanding. So I'm going into a game against heavyweights in this division who are got real quality, got the crowd behind them. It's a real difficult place to play.
We had to play a probably near perfect game in terms of taking our moments when they come, which we did, being really good defensively, being really switched on, really concentrated, making sure our shape was really, really good. We were patient without the ball.
We had to find ways and little ways to sort of upset their rhythm. frustrate the crowd, slow them down in key moments, and then when you do get your opportunities, you must take them because you might not get many. Don't overplay in the wrong areas, and you're going to have to defend and make big saves to keep on.
And even the second half, we could have had a third or a fourth. We counter-attacked really, really well.
Yeah, went there, and we went there with no fear.
2 first-half goals from first Tom Leahy.
The visitors who started with the bit between their teeth. Just ball flicked into the middle of the United half. Ball through the centre. Here's Leahy with a chance. Shot home. And inside 8 minutes, the visitors are in front.
And then a great strike from Ricky Corboa.
Then looped one up towards the edge of the penalty area. Flicked into the area by Pavey. Steered off to Corboa. And what a hit that is from the edge of the penalty area.
Puts Angels and their small but vocal travelling fans into dreamland. Though the Gulls pull a goal back, Angels stand firm and secure a famous and thoroughly deserved victory.
The game plan, the way the players took on ball, what we wanted, their effort and determination in the game, the way they defended their box, and the key moments of the goals, Ricky's goal, Tom's goal.
As a weekend in football, it goes down as one of the best to go and get a result with Torquay away.
So to please them fans who've travelled away from Torquay, spent their money, stayed overnight.
We look back on it at the end of the season and look, they look like they're going to go up, Torquay. They're top of the league at the moment. A weekend to remember. It's different as a manager. These are all new memories for me and new feelings that I've not had before. I've had the assistant manager feeling of being promoted in Wembley and stuff, but as a manager, you're creating new feelings because you feel like I'm in a new job. I'm doing something different. So, and I feel like the people around me, the fans, Sophie, players and stuff, I want to give them good days and good memories and make them proud. And I think that as a club, fans have supported me and stuck with me, and the board have been really supportive and stuff. So when you give them back their memories, it makes you feel even more happy and stuff. Seeing the smiles on their faces and the media faces, and looking up with the crowd after the game, and they got their tops off and they're all like having the time of their life. That's what football's about, and that's what I want to do while I'm here. I want to be known for is giving the fans and giving the club and the board good days and good memories.